I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a bit of a nerd. I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm a bit of a nerd. I like to look up some of the video games that are coming up here in 2020. I didn't really do a lot of homework on this in the last couple of months, but I weirdly got a lot of time on the weekend to kind of look at it, especially because I was doing a video about Ghost of Tsushima, and I looked around and I was like, wait a second, this year's kind of a good year for Sony this year. You know, they got Nioh 2 coming out on Friday. They got Ghost of Tsushima coming out on in June. They got The Last of Us Part 2 in May, and then they got Persona 5 Royale at the end of the month. This is going to be a great year for Sony. Then I started to think to myself, I'm like, it's going to be a great year, but it's not going to be as great of a year as 2018, you know, with Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Spider-Man, stuff like that. I know Red Dead Redemption 2 was not a Sony exclusive game, but still, it was a game that people bought on the PlayStation 4. 2020 may not necessarily have the same games by the same companies, but they for damn sure got a lot of great games like 2018. Obviously, 2018 has the most notable games like Spider-Man PS4, God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, I'm lumping that game in as well because of what I'm going to lump in later on in 2020. But then they also had Detroit Become Human. They had Ni no Kuni 2. And I think they also had the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. They had that, I think, in the summer of 2018. So then I look at 2020 and I'm like, wait a second, full stop. Just stop right now. Pause the music. 2020, they also have some pretty fantastic third-party and first-party games. They have the games that I mentioned, Persona, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us, but then they have that big blockbuster hit coming out in September. They have Cyberpunk 2077. They have Final Fantasy VII, the remake. And they also have coming up very, very quickly, in about a week, they got big old Doom Eternal. Like, man, this is going to be a great year. This is going to be an underrated year. And I kept on thinking to myself in 2018, because I was in a very, very bad place when it came to video games in 2018. I could not believe that some of the games that I picked to be Game of the Year, like Rage 2 and Metro Exodus, turned out the way that they were. But this year, it seems like I'm going back to basics. It seems like I'm going back to 2 years ago. But then on top of that, you also got the PlayStation 5 coming out later on this year. There's probably going to be an announcement very, very soon in the next couple of months. And when you consider that some of the rumors could be potentially true about the PlayStation 5, that it could have significant backwards compatibility with the PS4, either having the entire library being backwards compatible with that console, and also on top of it being backwards compatible with the PS4, what I've also heard is that this console could also be backwards compatible with the PS3, the PS2, and the PS1, adding on an extreme amount of value to this console. And it hasn't even been announced yet. It's probably going to be announced. People are probably going to talk about it. It's probably going to be announced very, very soon. It's like if it's going to be released in the holidays, it's like how much longer can they wait? But the point is, Sony is going to have a lot of great games coming out this year, like they did back in 2018. Sony's going to have a new console coming out that everybody is very, very excited to see and is very, very excited for. I can wait to see the price tag that's going to be on that console, that PS5, because apparently it's going to be very, very expensive. But I cannot wait to see that console be announced and be released later on this year. I can't wait for all of the video games that are going to come to the PS4 this year for the PlayStation 4. Sony's going to have a great year. Microsoft, you're in a little bit of trouble. This has been 24. Remember to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe for more. Until my next video, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.